Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Lowe's website and checking out some of the tool deals that they got going on. We're going to start off with some power tools, cordless tools, maybe some toolboxes, things like that. And then I'll move into some of the hand tools and see if they have any good deals going on. I am using a tracker, so I'll try and let you guys know if some of these are good deals, if some of them aren't. Because there are actually quite a few on here that aren't good deals. And if you can use, there's another good one, Microsoft Shopping. If you have the Microsoft browser, you can use that. That's a pretty reliable one to track. And you don't really have to do much. You just click on the item and then it'll tell you what the previous pricing and stuff is. So I try and use a couple different trackers. I try and look up a few items before we do this so I can find some decent deals, and then also mention the ones I don't believe are very good deals. Also, I appreciate your guys' input if you guys stay up to date on some of these websites and the deals going on, because sometimes I miss some really good ones because there is a lot to go over and I don't want to create a super long video, but I want to try and find you guys some pretty good deals. So the first one we see here is the DeWalt 20 volt. This is a 2-pack 5 amp hour kit. It's the 2 batteries and the charger at $300. It says the pricing is normally $320. Not really. Normally you can get this set for around $150 to $200. $150 I think is a great deal. $200 isn't terrible for a couple 5 amp hour batteries. It is nice that this comes with the charger. But even sometimes, depending on what website you look at, you can find it sometimes almost close to $100. But the thing is, with this one right now, they're doing the buy one and get 2 free. So when you look at this, you do have quite a few options that you can select from. So if we just pull up over here, I'm just going to scroll through it. I'm not going to list everything. But you can see over here, you can select 2 items from this list for free, and they do have quite a few to choose from. Behind me you see the drill right here. Below it they do have the 20 volt 1-inch SDS plus variable speed. I believe that's a hammer drill. So I mean, they do have quite a bit to select from, but just know that a lot of the times when you see these deals where it's like you buy this, you get either 1 or 2 tools free, normally the price of that item has been increased to cover some of the cost of what you're getting for free. So while you are getting 2 free items, you're paying a little bit extra. Now you're still saving money. If maybe you're looking at buying those 2 tools, this is a great way to go because you will, save some money. But if you're just in it for the batteries, don't pay extra just for the batteries. You can find this later on at a better price. But if you're looking and maybe there's 2 tools in that list that you've been wanting to get, paying the extra 100, 150, depending on when you find this, it can save you some money. It's just not as great of a deal as what a lot of people think some of these deals are. Same thing with this 4 amp hour battery pack. It's 2 4 amp hour batteries. These are the compact ones. They're not quite as tall, but they are a little bit wider. This one is $200 and you get 1 free tool. And I'm guessing the gifts or the free tool, it's going to be the same items that we were looking at for the previous batteries. So just keep that in mind. Same ones available. And then there are also, even though I am in the tools savings section or the deals and under tools, not everything in here is something that's on sale. Some of them are just items that are selling a lot right now or best sellers. That doesn't necessarily mean they're actually on sale, and we'll see quite a bit of those down below. But like these Craftsman toolboxes, this is at $450 right now. The bottom box, normally $540. Honestly, I don't care for the Craftsman box. If you guys follow the channel, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the Craftsman stuff, but sometimes if you can catch them on a good deal, they're worth it depending on what you're going to use them for. But honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Craftsman toolboxes. So like this is at $450, and this hasn't had a price change in the last 3 months. The 540, you will see it at that, like it was at the beginning of this year, but like around the holidays, you'll see this closer to the $350 price range, and a lot of the times around $400. So while this is a decent deal, it's not a great deal. You will see these drop even more, and it's not like a rare occurrence. So It's a good deal, not a great deal. And then there's also the Cobalt ones. This is the 46-inch at basically $400, down from $500. It sits at this $400 quite often, and it's actually on sale more often. Basically, the Cobalt and the Craftsman boxes are on sale more than they're not on sale. But this one will also drop around the $300 price range as well, so you can still save another additional $100 if you just wait towards the end of the year, or bigger holidays. All through December and January, this was sitting at $300. This one, while this isn't like a fantastic deal that you're going to catch right now, I think this is a great price for this oscillating multi-tool. Like, absolutely fantastic. These tools are extremely handy. You're getting a battery, charger, bag, and a couple accessories with it for $100. This is a great tool to have on hand. So while like maybe around the holidays you see this for $90 or $80 or at this price but get a free tool, I don't think this is a bad price at all. I picked one up maybe 2 years ago now, and this thing is just a fantastic tool to have around. So even though this is a very common sale and not like a great, rare occurrence, I think it's a really good deal. Same thing with these Craftsman boxes that you're seeing here, like this smaller one. It's basically 27 inches wide, 34 inches tall, a little bit smaller box. This one's not a bad price at all. So this one, just like I stated, this one you will see all the Craftsman boxes basically on sale more often than at their full price. Their full price isn't terrible at $300, but once again, for $300, I would probably just go out and buy the 5-drawer service cart from Harbor Freight. But if you're looking for maybe a toolbox like this, something stackable, something you can add on to later, I mean, I guess it's not bad. But this one will also drop to about $200. So a little bit more savings than what we're seeing here. But these here, you'll see a few of these. It won't show you the price, and it'll say view the lower price in the cart. So it gets you to add it to your cart. And typically they state that it's on a price that they don't want to show. So when we price an item lower than the manufacturer's suggestion, we can only show that price in the cart. Well, I put both of these in my cart, both the circular saw and the recip saw, and both of them are $200, which is their typical price. So there's no great deal here. So definitely make sure you're tracking the prices on those, because that definitely does not mean you're getting a good deal. So while I don't think these are like terrible prices for these, they're not on sale. $200 for this Craftsman set, 6-tool kit, oscillating multi-tool, drill, impact driver, recip saw, flashlight, and circular saw. Like I said, not a big fan of Craftsman. I think this might be good for a DIYer that just wants to have something around the house with some different versatility, a good selection. I can't say as far as quality or durability, especially depending on what you may be using it for. At $200, this is typical price. It is very, very rarely at the $300 price range. It was at its full price basically the month of March, but that is the only month that it has been on sale since this time last year. So I don't think this is a bad price for it, but once again, not a Craftsman person. So if you guys don't mind Craftsman, is this something that you would consider if you were in need of a 6-tool kit? They got a 2-piece kit over here from DeWalt. It's going to come with two 2-amp-hour batteries, a charger, impact driver, drill, and a bag for $169, down from $230. I don't think is bad, but you will see this on sale around, the holidays, a little bit better, around $150. $500 down from $600 for this 5-tool kit from DeWalt, circular saw, oscillating multi-tool, recip saw, impact driver, and drill, with 2 5-amp-hour batteries, a bag, and their lower quality, slower charger. But if you already have a charger on hand, I mean, I think this is a pretty good deal. This is basically the best price that you'll see it at. Sometimes they'll have it around the $540 price. So this is the lowest that I can see that it's been in the last year, or last 6 months, I should say. So here's another one. This is their 1/2-inch drill, variable speed brushless cordless hammer drill. This is going to include the 8-amp-hour power pack. So you're getting a big battery with this one. and a charger and a bag, and it is $350. So keep in mind this price is a little bit higher than what it typically is. You can normally find this on sale around $280, so about $70 more expensive than what you'll typically find it on sale. But this is one of those items that you're going to get a free item with, and that being an additional battery with this. So that is what they consider a $220 value for that battery. And then moving on, more Craftsman toolboxes on sale, basically always. Another one from DeWalt, $350 for this, and then you get a free battery with it. This is the circular saw. Here's the top to the box that we were looking at earlier. This is at $170 down from $230, which is what it's typically been found on sale at lately. One of the Klein mod boxes. This is what I've been running the last couple of years, and I've really enjoyed the mod box stuff. I've had a couple different Craftsman sets. There was one that wasn't too bad, the Versa Stack, or like the DeWalt version of it, the T Stack. That one wasn't terrible, but I've really been enjoying this Klein mod box setup. Here they have a Cobalt set of batteries at $150, so 2 4-amp-hour batteries, the charger, and then from the gifts you have a few different items to select from. And honestly, I've had the Cobalt yard kit, it's the weed eater and leaf blower, the 24-volt set, for I don't know, over 5 years now, and it's going on like a champ. The battery's done good, the tools have done good. I got one of their drills I found on a clearance rack for $25. While it's not my favorite drill, I haven't had any issues with it, and it's done really well. So I don't think the Cobalt line is bad at all, but I don't have experience with all of their tools. They do have a cheaper line as well, and then they have some better stuff. But this set you can find a lot of times at around $100 on sale, but that's without a free tool in addition. So a pretty good price on this Impact here. It's $150 down from $230, which is one of the better deals you'll find it on. Around Christmas time, it's $100, but other than that, it's only been down to $150. So I think this is a pretty good price on this, especially for what you get, the 4-amp-hour battery, the charger, the bag, and the tool. As far as power, you're looking at up to 650 pounds of nut-busting torque. Here's the Craftsman 63-inch American flag box with the butcher block top at $600, down from $1,000, which this is the price that you will typically find it on sale, but it will sit at that $1,000 quite often. So if you are interested in it, if you're okay with the quality, maybe you can get your hands on it. I think this is a good price for this box. $600 is a good knockdown from $1,000, which it will sit at $1,000. So definitely don't buy it at $1,000 because you can get it for a much better price. Then let's just quickly look at some hand tools. Doesn't look like they have a whole lot on sale, 50 items. And some of them I'm sure are junk, like this Black & Decker 68-piece household set over here. Don't even waste your money. You can put together your own kit. Go get yourself a drill and battery on sale and put together better tools than what's in this kit. The Klein Tools stuff, I really enjoy this. I have a couple of them with my mod box, but some of them are just really spendy. I get it. Typically these sets that are designed for these mobile build outs, they do tend to be a little bit pricier than just your standard set that you would use at the shop or at the house or whatnot. Just because of the design of the case and the organization and everything that goes into them. But if you can catch them on sale, I think they're good. I haven't had any issues with the 2 or 3 sets that I have. I just wish they offered more in metric sets. They have a lot in SAE, obviously. That's what Klein is known for. A couple Craftsman sets here at $100, down from $200 and $150. This is, it's typical sale price when you find it. This is actually the set that I had previously. The ratchets, I could not stand the ratchets. The reverse mechanism, it was not great. The sockets weren't terrible. The wrenches were a joke. it's an okay set. Definitely like a weekend warrior DIYer set if you just want a variety of different tools. Smaller set from Craftsman, 20-piece set for $20, so basically $1 an item, down from $37. Craftsman screwdriver set, 12-piece set at $35. The Craftsman Overdrive 64-piece set at $70, so just over $1 an item for that one as well. This is the gunmetal chrome set, but this typically on sale will be at $90, so this is actually one of the best prices that we have seen in the last year. So I'm not sure if these ratchets are any better than the ratchets that were in my set, but this is the best price that this has been at in the last year. Craftsman 10-piece set for $15. I don't know. Craftsman 7-piece wrench set at $15. This definitely their cheaper item stuff. Not a whole lot of great deals or great items in this discounted hand tool section, that's for sure. A lot of Craftsman stuff, but a lot of the cheap Craftsman stuff. A lot of these parallel jaw clamps. So yeah, kind of disappointing when it comes to hand tools, that's for sure. So once again, they do have some decent deals going on right now. If you're willing to pay a little bit more for the one item to get maybe a couple items, that one or two items that you really want, may be good there. There are a couple items that are on a decent sale right now, but just keep in mind that a lot of these are not like, it's not a deal that you're not going to see again or anything like that. And it's always worth checking previous pricing, because even those ones that where it's like check the pricing in cart because we're selling it for less than what the manufacturer suggests, doesn't always mean you're getting it for a good price. So that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. If you guys know of any other great deals going on at Lowe's, please drop it down in the comments, and maybe I'll try and find it and link it down there as well. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.